Hello and welcome to video analysis number 5. This is our 5th video in this series. So today we're going to be talking about how to use the graph window in video analysis. So there was the video, the graph, and the data table. We're going to talk about the second. We're going to talk about how to use that graph and all the cool things you can do with that graph. It really is amazing. Okay, so let's see. Here's what we're going to cover today. We are going to cover how you change what data you're graphing, how you zoom in and out on the graph, how you make a selection or just analyze a specific selection, some of the statistics offered through video analysis, and some of the cool visual things you can do to really kind of make it better, make it more presentable. Awesome, so let's go ahead and dive right in. Here we have our video and our chart, our graph. So you see we've scaled it. It's in meters. If you don't know how to scale things, check out the previous video. I'm going to just show us the graph. I don't care about the video anymore. Awesome. So here's our graph. So over here you can see that it says X meters and Y meters, and they have those red. Move over a little bit more. These red and blue. That one has a red line. That one has a blue line. Lines over them. So those are the two series, the two data sets you're graphing is these two data sets. What you can do is if you click on this, you can select whatever you want. So say I just want to show X, or I just want to show Y. And you'll notice that it's automatically scaling these as it goes. Say I want to show the X velocity or the Y velocity. Oh, that's an interesting pattern. That's really cool. Okay, that'll be something we should check out later. But this is how you change data sets. Okay. Let's talk about how you zoom. And my notes are behind me over there. That's why I keep turning around. Let's talk about how you zoom. So let's go back to position. Let's just look at the Y position. Let's say we wanted to zoom in on this bounce. What you can do is if you click and just drag, you'll see this little blue thing pop up. And then you can adjust as needed. And it just ticks from data point to data point. Let's say we just want to look at data jumps. You'll see this blue thing, and you click this little plus down here, and it'll zoom in, and then this is that selection. Boom, there you have it. This is that little selection right here. So that's how you do a specific selection. If you want to get back to the whole thing, you push this same button over here. Same button right down there. Push that little button. Boom, it'll zoom to all your data, and then you are back. The same thing you can do for the Y, the X data set. For the most part, it's going to be timed, so you don't really need to mess with that much. But that's how you zoom. Awesome. Let's look at some of the statistics that you can do. So let's see. You can click here on this little thing down here. This is like the menu bar for these graphs. Click down here on this menu bar. It says Graphs Tools. You can pop a legend in here. You see the legend appear up there, top right. You can also click on individual points in order to see what they are. So you can see how individual points will pop up. Down here, if you click tangent, it'll show you tangent lines at every one of those points in case that's useful to you. If you click on interpolate, it'll let you pick a point between a data point, I believe. Yes, so right there. So like, see, that's between a data point, and it's just making a guess as to what it is. So that's what interpolating means. But I want to talk about statistics. It's really the big one. So over here, you see the statistics window. Over here, you can see how many samples you're looking at, mean, all these different really cool things. The same also works if you do a selection. Say you want to do that selection. Zoom in. You can apply statistics again. And boom, there is the statistics for just this little section right here, which is super cool. So you can kind of look at different segments and do different things that way. One thing I like to do, and this is just me, let me get rid of all these things, is I like to add I think it's under curve fit. Nope, saying it. You can add annotations as well. You want to like annotate a point, be like, oh, check this out. Annotation with a smiley face, because we love smiley faces and physics is fun. So you have this little thing you can move around. But down here's what I really wanted to show you was these graph options. Here you can do, if you do both, it'll kind of show you a straight line approximation between points, which is good to kind of get the general gist of things, but it's not always the most accurate. You can do curve fitting here. If you like know it's a linear line or know, if you know what type of function it should be, you can apply a curve fit to it. But really that's kind of the gist of it. All graphs have good title. So title with a smiley face again. Do the smiley faces. And there you have it. That's how you can kind of curate and personalize these graphs, because if you're doing a lab and you have to do a lab report, the graphs and the data that's the most important part. So you want to make sure you have rock solid graphs, and you can do these in video analysis, which is amazing. Awesome. So this was how you use the chart function. We talked about how you change the data you're looking at, how you zoom in and out, how you do those selections, and then you can zoom into a selection, which is really cool. You can do statistics of the whole thing or of a specific selection. And then some of those visuals options, you can add the dots or add in the lines or tangent lines, things like that. Lots of really, really cool things you can do to show all of the amazing physics that you know or are going to learn this semester or this year or whenever you're looking at it. Awesome. So this was video 5. Come back for the next one. We're going to talk about how you use that table. So that third thing we haven't looked at yet, how you use that data set in that table. Awesome. Peace, y'all. Later.